Hi there, this is Ginger Bratzel from New Patient Attraction Automation System and gingerbratzel.com. And this is the place where we help you attract more patients and create sustainable growth for your dental practice. And I want to thank you for being here because I got some great opportunity to share some wonderful information with you that I think is going to be really, really valuable. And, I see more and more practices working on their online presence and their social media, and they feel that's where they need to invest their time. They feel like things are going that way, and I agree there. But I also see a other issue coming about is that they are in too many places at once and they're not really monitoring on it. And so you need to be very active in monitoring your online reputation. I will get calls from a doctor and we will make arrangements for a meeting, and the team will go to look up their phone number because somehow that got missed on it. So we'll Google the office's name to get their phone number, and the first thing we'll see in the first 3 lines on Google is complaints about them or poor ratings about them. Now, I'm not choosing them as for my dental care, but I would, if I was a patient, that's what I would see. Before I even got to their phone number, I saw 3 bad things about them. And you think that's a rarity? That is very, very common because people are not monitoring their online reputation. So the more places you are online, and social media is online. So if you have websites, if you have video, if you are on Facebook, Twitter, if you have a Pinterest page, LinkedIn even, the more places you are is more opportunity for people to see you, but also for people to comment and also to say some bad things. And that may be justified, it might not be justified, but it's just your information is spread out over so many places, you cannot monitor it, and that leaves you in a bad situation. Even if you're monitoring on a daily basis, wonder if you go in and your team goes in at 9 o'clock that morning and looks at it and everything looks clear, and then someone makes a comment at 9:30 and you don't see it till the next morning. So all the new patients online that are looking for you, all your social media are seeing that. And people are asking, they don't want you to be perfect, but they want to see how you respond to things. So it's very important to be monitoring your online reputation. So I'm going to give you a checklist of a few things that you need to be doing in your own practice to be monitoring it on a regular basis. I mean, you set this on the calendar and it happens. Number 1, the easiest way is, I already gave the example, you Google yourself. And go ahead and put your name in there. Look for things that they would be looking for, like your office, your phone number, common things people would be searching. If you're in Smithtown, Smithtown dentist, what comes up first? You want to make sure that it's a nice, clean reputation online. And there's something that's not as pretty as it want to be, you want to make sure you address it. Sometimes it just needs to be removed. Sometimes you need to address it. Someone might have had a complaint. Well, people are going to look how you handle that complaint, and that's a great opportunity. Now, of course, you're not going to violate HIPAA and go through that, but they need to know that you handled it in a classy way because you're classy people. I mean, we've all been to nice restaurants, and not everyone has a perfect experience, and there might be someone complaining, but it's how they handle the complaint that really sets them apart. So you want to make sure you're a class act. So Google yourself and see what's going on there. 2, make sure you're only in certain areas. And what I mean about that is if you spend a lot of time on social media and you're on all Twitter, Facebook, Pinterest, LinkedIn, you're on those places, you have to monitor all those places. So I'd rather you pick 2 areas and you really spend your time in there and do a good job on them. So you can monitor your reputation and you can interact with people and you can do a better job on that too. The other thing I really want you to consider is there's ways to monitor your social activity and your reputation. There's websites like socialmention.com. You can go in there and put your name in there, and that will tell you about any activity going on. And positive, negative, it goes through and rates it. Someone might be using a video from another office that is yours. I've had that happen, and it wasn't being used in an appropriate way. So it gives you a chance to monitor your reputation that way. You can also set up alerts through them to monitor your reputation, and that gets sent to you. And all this, everything I've given you so far is free. And the last thing I really want you to urge you to do, I'm going to give you 2 more things. Second to last thing is make sure you only have one of everything. So if you decided you're going to be on Facebook, make sure you only have one Facebook page. I can't tell you how many offices will have multiple pages, and I had one office, they had 7 pages. They didn't even know about 5 of them, just 2. They signed up for one service that did this, and they gave them a free fan page set up. Well, it wasn't their main page, and so it's going off. They don't even know about it. And so people are interacting, saying things about their office there. They had no idea. They didn't set it up. And it took us a long time to combine everything together and get them down to one Facebook page. So you want to make sure you have everything together, collected together, and that should be so you could monitor it, because nobody has time to manage 7 Facebook pages. Also, that will pull your traffic down, and people are not getting as many hits because it's being and spread out over 7 pages. So same way with Twitter accounts, LinkedIn, all of those, make sure you have only one. It's great that they want to set that up for you, but make sure if you already have one, that's not taken away from your page. So that's the second last thing. And the very last thing I think you really need to do is set up a Google Alert. Now, a Google Alert is a beacon you can set up where on a regular basis you can ask them to, when it happens, you can ask them to do it weekly, you can ask them to do it daily. You're going to do it as it happens, and you put your email address. When anyone says something about you on Google, you will get an alert. So you know what's being said about you out there. You can monitor that, and you can find these things before they disappear, and you can interact with them in the appropriate time. Google Alerts are really valuable. Let's say you were looking for another way you can use it, not dealing with online reputation, but you could go ahead and if you were looking for a particular patient you were trying to attract or a particular group, you can set up alerts where you get information about them so you can track them and you can send out a thank you card or saw that you got a job promotion. I saw your organization is doing great things. Congratulations. And they're like, well, how did you know about this? Because you're following them. So Google Alerts are a free service. Set them up for yourself. Also set them up for key people that you want to monitor because it just gives you an opportunity to use technology to help you and not overwhelm you. So please monitor your online reputation. I've talked a lot about social media. I've talked about a lot of online. We're going to be talking about a lot more about this at my live event coming up September 27th, 28th, and 29th in Dallas, Texas at the Prosper in Your Practice Dental event. We're going to talk about online to leverage you. We're going to talk about creating the authentic formula for attracting patients, creating sustainable growth for your office, and creating a meaningful practice and lifestyle for you from all your efforts. So I want to invite you to join me live during this learning exercise and mastermind with some wonderful dentists and get to talk to like-minded dentists who are committed to taking their practice to the next level. So again, that's September 27th, 28th, 29th in Dallas, Texas. And I would love to have you there. Can't wait to meet you or to talk to you, shake your hand and see hear the great things that you're doing in your practice and what we're going to help you do to get it to the next level because you're going to walk out of there with an action plan that day. I can't thank you enough for joining me and thank you for being part of the videos. Take care.